y'all, my name is Brandy, and I'm going to talk to you today about my assistive prototype device. I've decided to make a stirrup mount, and a little background of why I chose to make this device. I am a volunteer at Riding High Therapeutic Riding Facility in Tennessee, and we work with children and adults with physical and mental disabilities. And we try to not limit anybody. As long as they have a doctor's note saying that it's okay and it's going to help them, they're allowed to ride. We work with autism, multiple sclerosis, TBI, MR. We work with basically any type of disability. We actually also work with people who are paralyzed from the waist down. As long as they have a doctor's note saying they can, they're allowed to ride. We have this one woman who actually inspired me to make this device. She has not been able to ride a horse in over 20 years due to a car accident, and she is paralyzed completely. And it takes 6 of us to mount her on a horse, and we make sure that's as safe as possible. We have a person who is in front of her holding her, and we have 2 people at her legs. We have a person holding the horse, and then I usually stand on the other side and I help pull her over. They do a count of 3. They back her up all the way to the horse where her back of her legs are touching, just like you would a wheelchair. They lift her up on a count of 3 and put her on, and I'm at the back side and I pull her over. Then we easily crest mount her and put her leg over the horse where she can be fully on it. She does not use a saddle, as her feet will not stay in the stirrups, and that's why I've chosen to make this device. Being a future OTA, it really made me think of how somebody who has broken the leg or somebody who is paralyzed and who really wants to ride a horse is able to, using a saddle, making it as comfortable as possible for them. And this really hit home with me, as I'm big into horses and I want to work with horses in the future as an OT, hopefully doing hippotherapy. And that's basically using the movements of a horse to get the walking motion in somebody's hips and rotation and stuff like that. And this lady has really helped me realize how to live life, and I hope you all enjoy the product that I've made. This is a stirrup mount, and I have used the thermoplastic with a fishing line and a rubber band and a paper clip. Now on the other side, I have used another rubber band, fishing line connected to the thermoplastic, and Velcro. The reasoning for this, we go by PATH, which is the organization that does the rules and regulations for therapy riding facilities. And PATH regulations state that if you have something mounting a person's foot into the stirrup, it has to be able to be released if something were to go wrong. So say the horse spooked and we had to get the rider off as soon as possible, we'd push the rider's foot up, we would pull the rubber band over and off. And we would pull her foot out and we would remove her from the situation. Easily as getting it back in, you put the foot up into the stirrup, you put this around the back, and then you pull the rubber band back over the paper clip. I need 2 hands for this, I'm sorry. And then you put the foot back into place, as it should be. And it's that simple. This will help hold their foot in place while riding. They already make straps that would go around the stirrup part and their thigh to hold their leg into the stirrup, but that doesn't help when it comes to holding their foot into the stirrups, not just on the saddle. So this is what I've created, and I hope you all enjoy it just as much as I do.